What's going on, guys? Your boy Josh, and you're tuning in to Just a Care from Gary, a podcast that will inspire others around the globe to discover their true dreams and then make them a reality. You are tuning in to the greatest podcast ever, and I am your host, Josh. What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man? It's been a while. It's been a couple of days. My goal is to almost try to get to the point where I'm posting every single day. I want to become relentless with this podcast thing, man. By the way, guys, I'm on a quest. My goal I've set, I'm going to put it out there. You tuning in, you're a part of this goal, okay? 2,000 subscribers and 2,000 viewers per video leading up to June. That's when I'm headed. That's what I need your help with. You guys, I know that you guys are going to help me. I know that you guys are going to start spreading the word. If you like my content, I'm going to start posting every single day. 2,000 subscribers and then 2,000 views per episode. So that's either, by the way, now this is me calculating. And if you're on YouTube, of course, that's what we're talking about. 2,000 subscribers, 2,000 viewers. I need 2,000 listeners. If you're on Apple, if you're on Spotify, if you don't even want to see my freaking face, because the camera's on right now, by the way. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, if you're listening to this on Apple, if you're listening to this on Anchor, the people on YouTube, they can see my face. Let's just say you don't want to see my face, even though it is beautiful. It's almost dang near perfect. But even if you don't want to see it, I get it. That's fine. It's cool. It's all good. No worries. But I need 2,000 also listeners over at Apple. I need 2,000 listeners over there at Spotify. And I also need 2,000 listeners over there at Anchor. Okay, you do me that favor. I'm gonna put some great content out there, okay? So you guys gotta put that great content out. Today I have an amazing episode for you guys, for sure. I'm always thinking, like I said, these are internal conversations that I typically have with myself, and you are just involved. You're involved. You're this external family. You're this external group that listen to me, and then guess what? We create dialogue. So this is a monologue. It turns to a dialogue because guess what you're going to do with your ideas, with your position? You're going to go to commentaryobservations@gmail.com, and you're going to just basically send me an email with information. Either that's A, you agree, B, you disagree, C, you want to work with me, you want to link, we want to basically create something. There's going to be an opportunity, by the way, in this podcast episode where we're going to be able to work. Trust you and me. We're going to be able to work together. I think there's a great opportunity within this podcast episode. There's going to be a way for us to work. So don't go nowhere. Okay. Hold on. Okay. But today, if you're reading it, if you read the title, then you already know we're talking about what you need to know about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. It's a huge thing. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, it's taking shape. It's taking form. And for me, I had to do enough research. By the way, I had a colleague that reached out to me, sent me some amazing information about it. He has been staying on top of it. Shout out to him. I won't mention his name, but hey, if you listen to this, man, if you're watching this, thank you. Let's continue to talk about this. You know, we're gonna have more great dialogue about that. But he has sent me information about it, guys. And the truth is, and I've been doing my own side research, and it just so happened I was like, you know what? I don't know everything about it, but I know where I'm at. This is a great place to have a conversation. So let's talk about it. Let's get to the point where you and me are kind of like creating this dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. By the way, I like to stop. If you haven't been updated with any of the new episodes that I've put out, once this video is over, go and listen to those others. I've uploaded two for sure. And I want you guys to go and check those out. You know, leave a comment, go like, you know, let's run those likes up. Let's run those views up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is something that I'm new into. So I feel like we are on a journey together. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I can get your trust. If anything, I can get your like. If anything, I can get your subscription. If anything, I can get your views. And if anything, I can get your share. So if you got me, you got me. If you don't, hey, I'll get you. We'll link up. We'll talk about it. I'm saying we'll figure out why you don't want to rock with me, and then we'll make that happen. You feel me? Because it's dope content. I'm putting out some great content for you guys, and I'm about to get into it right now. So in this podcast episode, I'm talking about what you need to know about cryptocurrency. Now, let me be clear. In this episode, I'm going to hit a lot of key points on cryptocurrency. And I'm not gonna go into great detail. I'm gonna hit it for basically where I understand. And then I want to be clear, it's your responsibility to do your own research. I don't be saying Josh told me. No. Go do your own research. Okay. So over here, guys, you already know how we rock by the ways. But by now you should understand that if we're doing anything, we are 100% doing our own research. We're 100% going and we're discovering everything for ourselves. We listen to what people say, but we go and do our own research. And I'm going to hit that a little bit later on. My point of view is basically from a student about cryptocurrency and research. So it's basically me looking at I'm still on the, I'll be real with you guys. I'm still on the outside of it. My goal is to invest into it because I know it's on the up and coming, but because I understand what is going on, and because I'm doing a lot of reading. You guys should be doing a lot of reading too. During this time, especially we're in quarantine, we're COVID, we're in our rooms, we're in the confines of our room, we should be reading 100% all the time, educating ourselves 100% all the time, getting better knowledge, getting better education, understanding about, what's going on. So I need you guys to be doing that as well. So just don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. I'm going to provide enough links at the bottom in the description. So if you're on YouTube, description. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Anchor, you're going to look in the description. You're going to find it. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to hit it at this point. And when I say hit it, I gotta be clear about what I'm saying about hit it. I mean, like, start at this point, right? I'm going to start with this quote. First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. That's by Muhammad. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so y'all gonna have to excuse me. But I think it's Muhammad Gandhi. Yeah, that's it. I figured it out. Thank you guys. High five to you guys. So, by Muhammad Gandhi, said this: first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. You're like, Josh, why are you telling me this? Why are you stating that? Why, dude? Make it make sense. Say less. So, in understanding cryptocurrency, you must understand that it's been this thing that we've been laughing at. We haven't really been taking it a lot serious. Now, real quick, to those forexers, to those cryptocurrency investors, IML guys and girls, forexers, guys and girls, they're on top of it. They already been it. And believe it or not, I guarantee they are going to win. They're going to win big time, especially if they're really doing it right, especially if they're killing it. They're going to win big time. And this is why. They're going to win because they understand that cryptocurrency is going to be the new wave. They're just getting in where their friends told them, or they're like people that they know told them, and they're quite frankly are just like, they're just putting themselves ahead of the game. If they know or they don't know, they're putting themselves ahead of the game. And I started thinking about it. I started doing my research. And what I started running to a lot of pushback by the powers that be of the world. I'm talking about the biggest money grabbers in the world. They're pushing back on cryptocurrency. They're saying, like, for example, Mark Cuban, he talked about cryptocurrency. And at first he was referring to it as being a good investment. He was like, yo, cryptocurrency, and I'm just paraphrasing. I'm going to provide links by the ways where you can go and find this information yourself, by the way. So I said, do your own research. Just don't take my advice. But Mark Cuban provided himself, or in a interview was like, yo, cryptocurrency is a good investment. It's a way to go. And then he switched. Then he started talking about, it's like petty gold. It's like crypto is like gold. And when I say petty gold, it's like gold is still a thing, but gold is becoming this, like, it's just this like this like a art piece, something you have, you're like, wow, okay, buy gold, it, by the way, it holds value. But that's what he's referring to cryptocurrency. That's how he changed his conversation to, by the ways. And he's like, at first cryptocurrency, I rock with it. Cryptocurrency, I don't rock with it. And then in my mind, I'm like, well, why, Mr. Mark Cuban? Why you stop? And then I did a little more research and found out that in 2019, the Dallas Mavericks, which Mark Cuban does own, invested in cryptocurrency. And in 2009, they started receiving cryptocurrency. So basically, if you're at the Dallas Mavs basketball game and you want a hot dog, you visit their concession stand, they take cryptocurrency. You want to buy their tickets, they take cryptocurrency. So that's interesting. So like, Mark Cuban, he's this billionaire, by the way, who at first he's on game. He's like, yo, cryptocurrency is the way to go. Then he switches up. It's like, yo, cryptocurrency, stupid, basically. And then him and his company invest into cryptocurrency. So I want to go back to something. If you want to know the truth, if you really want to know the truth, follow the money. If you really want to know the truth, follow the money. Follow what is working. What are people doing? Don't listen to what people are saying. Never listen to people say. Look at what people are doing. Never listen. Because see, people, what it is people get to the point where they want things to work for them. And so, or they want to, it is as natural as ever. I've been watching it very, very closely. My personal life and the larger scale, everywhere. All in all scales, from the poor to the rich, everybody. When they don't want something to work out for you, but they want for them to work out for themselves, guess what they do? Hey, that's stupid. Like, have you ever asked a kid for cake? Like, their cake? Like, it's really not that good. Like, I don't even like it. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna eat it. Like, I'll probably just throw it away or something like that. You're like, let me have it. Nah, like, I'm just like, I'll eat it, but like, they'll downplay it. But look at what they do. But give them 5 minutes, 10 minutes, kick all over their face, kick all over their hands. Why? Because you can't listen to what people are saying. You can't. Yeah, look at what they're doing. Right? So Mark Cuban, he's saying, oh, cryptocurrency is stupid. He didn't say cryptocurrency is stupid. Sorry. He said cryptocurrency is not a good investment. But then the Dallas Mavs invest. Okay. That's point one. Another person, very, very, very juggernaut in the industry of technology, juggernaut and just understanding who's the powers to be, right? Bill Gates. First mentioned how cryptocurrency was good investment. It was an interview. Interviewer asked him, hey, how's cryptocurrency? What's your thoughts about cryptocurrency? He says, cryptocurrency, I think, is a good investment. It's cheaper on the dollar. It's better to invest. There's no way to, there's this, in the market, by the way. So if you understand cryptocurrency, you gotta understand in the market, it's just easy and great way to trade. It's just a fantastic way to trade. So if you're trading, then you must understand that in cryptocurrency, you're able to trade 24/7. It's not backed, by the way. It's not backed by any banks or anything like that. It's just basically online money. It's online money. So basically, it's taking $1, converted to a cryptocurrency, whatever that value is now of the dollar, and then you're able to go spinning over the web, right? So at the point, Bill Gates was on board. He said it's better than currency because it's cheaper. And then he changed. He changed in his direction. Cryptocurrency, to say, is the worthless artificial gold. He changed. He said it's worthless artificial gold. Mr. Bill Gates, what do you mean, sir? And then you got to understand, he was like, Joshua, these are human beings. No, they're billionaires. These are well-calculated people. These are people that read 50 plus books a year. These are people that have been billionaires for a long period of time. They have stored and they've accumulated money. You got to understand, they never say anything that's not calculated. And if it is, it's been done from a certain reason. If they first say it, for example, if they first say something, it's because they did enough research. They understand what is backed by. Then once they recant, and the reason why they're recanting, you might not understand this, but the reason why they're recanting is because, quite frankly, they're realizing the benefit behind it. There's an ultimate benefit behind it. It's money. It's what this world is changing to. Now, there's an article that I'm going to read to you guys, by the way, so that's going to basically help you understand that. The government itself is now involved in cryptocurrency. 32 bills have been passed. 32 bills, as I think of April 28th, have been passed. There was an article by Forbes, which is basically what I'm going to be reading from today. But I just want to understand these powers that be. Now, while they're talking about it, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He's a mastermind investor. He's a billionaire, of course. He goes on and says that in 2013, that, quite frankly, once again, it's a great way to get an investment. It's take your money, invest it to cryptocurrency. You can, like I said, trade 24/7 and makes money. There's like I said, there's no bank, so there's obviously a risk to it. But hey, it's cryptocurrency. It works. He proved it. I proved it, but he said it works. And like I said, I take billionaires' words for sure because they're billionaires for a freaking reason. But then when they change, you got to start listening to them. What are they doing? Right? Kevin O'Leary says, by the way, this to back this up, to even give him more validation. During that interview, he said, "I ignore anything until it gets to $1 billion in the market cap. Then I know it's there to stay." My friends, cryptocurrency has reached $1 billion. By the way, it reached $1 billion a long time ago. It did. It reached $1 billion way long time ago. So it's here to stay. People are trading with it constantly. And then he goes and recants his statement. Not even recant, by the ways. He goes and say it's stupid. He goes to the point like, I can't believe that people are doing this. I can't believe that people are even investing into the stock market. Into cryptocurrency. Like, what? Why you change, bro? Like, what's going on? Why you switch up on us? And the reason why he switched up on us, you know what? I'm not going to give my opinion right now because I like to stick to the facts. Right? So my biggest question overall is, why are the biggest powers that be are fighting against Bitcoin and cryptocurrency so bad? President Trump tweeted, "I am not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air." Why do you think they're protesting so hard against cryptocurrency? Interesting. Even our own president. Why is he? Or then you say, Joshua, they're making a decision based on, their understanding of economics. They're making a decision based off of, understanding, what cryptocurrency can actually do. Well, possibly, but you also have to think, you got to consider the facts that these companies are investing, or these guys and girls that be are investing in cryptocurrency themselves, or their companies are. So you might say, well, how does that work? I'll tell you. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. Also, anyone that's buying cryptocurrency, by the way, first he supported it, right? Then he changed. Anyone that's buying cryptocurrency is stupid and they're going to pay the price later. This is Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. They're going to pay the price later. Then guess what? Then he switched up on us again. Then a year later, and this is how we do it. JP Morgan buys cryptocurrency. They buy Bitcoin. First though, they changed their cryptocurrency. They changed not just their currency, but their currency into cryptocurrency, digital payments. You were able to make digital payments. And then they bought Bitcoin. By the way, if you're listening to this, my face expression is like, make it make sense, dog. Make it make sense. Let me go to the article. Let me hit this article real quick. So if you're listening, I'm basically reading this. Congress has now introduced 32 crypto and blockchain bills. There appears to be no shortage of interest in cryptocurrency and the blockchain policy in D.C. as members in the House of Representatives and U.S. Senators have introduced a total of 32 bills in the 116th Congress. Thanks to Facebook's introduction of Project Libra. Project Libra, by the way, guys, if you don't know, Project Libra is Facebook's new cryptocurrency. So basically, Facebook has created their own cryptocurrency. Now, if you really want to understand how like the powers that be really work, the CIA is under a intelligence agency. They're not under, but they have under them an intelligence agency that works with, I'm going to say, control, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. You might have your own. Do your research. You might have your own, or you might agree with me. By the way, if you want to talk more about that, go to commentaryobservations@gmail.com and send me what you think. But In that same sentence, I'm talking about Project Libra. They started their own cryptocurrency, and I was talking about the artificial intelligence. CIA have their hands big into like Walt Disney, CNN, Facebook, Instagram, etc. They have an influence there. Why? You do your research. I know. I think I know why, but I want you to do your research. You know what? I'm going to tell you real quick. This is what I think. I truly believe that in order to control people, you have to present things within media, within movies, within television that convey such a message. I was looking at a documentary. It's called Out of Shadows, or it's not out of the shadows, but out of the shadows or something like that. And it talked about basically how the CIA is involved, especially in within our, the CIA basically has a big hand into Walt Disney, Marvel, CNN, Facebook, Vice, the Viceland, I think it's Viceland. All of these, big time, movie, media productions or softwares that we are engaged in. They have a lot of control, and these are the same ones that are disagreeing with cryptocurrency or doesn't, pushing back. These are some of the same affiliates, or B, hey, here they are writing here. No, they're not writing. Forbes writing an article about how the government and how Facebook are interested in mingling business, which they've already had, by the way. But I'm gonna continue reading. Thanks to Facebook introduction of Project Libra, ongoing efforts to achieve regulatory clarity for the industry, and the novel concept of U.S. digital dollar, the level of interest on Capitol Hill appears to have grown beyond what has typically become or been just a handful of legislators. Below is a chart of a high-level summary of various congressional bills. 12 bills address the U.S. of cryptocurrency and potential terrorism, money laundering, human and sex trafficking. 13 bills focus on the regulatory framework and treatment of cryptocurrency and blockchain. 5 bills promote why blockchain technology could be used in the U.S. government, and the 2 newest bills cover the concept of the digital dollar. The reason why the U.S. are obviously interested into those bills because they're trying to figure out how to regulate this. See, the thing about it is you gotta understand, without cryptocurrency, the banks dissolve. With cryptocurrency, the banks dissolve. Without cryptocurrency, the banks exist. Because the bank exists, the government has created systems to protect against theft. I'm going to say protect against sex trafficking. I'm going to say also protect against terrorists. And I'm going to say also protect against money laundering. Even though we understand in past history, those systems have been dealt with. Holes been poked into those systems. We've had terrorist attacks, tons of money laundering, human and sex trafficking does and currently exists, and it's skyrocketing, and it's nothing to play around with. The use of cryptocurrency in potential terrorism, money laundering, and human sex and trafficking. And this is why these bills are being passed, or these bills are even being looked at. For the narratives driving some of this legislation, broad concerns in Congress regarding the potential of cryptocurrency used by the banned actors seem to have been a primary concern in 2019. The bills cover the use of cryptocurrency by terrorists, money launderers, and human and sex traffickers. In addition, one bill addresses how foreign adversaries such as Venezuela look to avoid economic sanctions by creating their own cryptocurrency. Interesting. And that's another thing too. So in cryptocurrency, there will not be like a just general dollar for, all of the countries to trade. No, each country is going to develop their own cryptocurrency. I don't know if that means anything to you, but if each country is already working on creating their cryptocurrency, don't you think America has already been doing it? We just now getting wrap of it. When you think the powerhouse of the world is actually, you think the powerhouse of the world is actually going to be behind on this? Like no, they're ahead. Actually, you're just behind, and the reason why Which, by the way, this is not me like picking at you, but you're behind because, quite frankly, they're lying to you. You know, they're trying to get their dollars before you. And then once you probably get into cryptocurrency, you're gonna be some type of, you know, you're gonna be poor, or you're not gonna be as educated. You're gonna be catching up. But you're not, though, because you're listening, you're tuning in. You know what? Your boy Josh, he always got you. He always got your back. He always thinking. So, hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 3 of the bills focus on ways to empower bank examiners and regulatory agencies use blockchains, AI, and digital identity technology to help detect criminal activities involving cryptocurrencies. One bill, called the Defending American Security from Kremlin Aggression Act, introduced by Senator Lindsey Graham, actually looks to promote international efforts to protect financial institutions and cryptocurrency exchange from cyber theft. This takes a different approach than focusing on how cryptocurrency use might be used by criminals, and instead elevates crypto exchange to the same level of importance as financial institutions on the geopolitical stage. Why are they going through all these security precautions? Because they are ready to make this thing work. Whether you guys like to hear it or not, they're ready to make this thing go. They are fully and 100% backed behind this. Shout out to all those Forexers. Shout out to those IMLs. I'm not part of it. And here's the truth, guys. My involvement in cryptocurrency, if anything, will probably be based off my own. A, I love doing my own research. B, I love going about into a project by myself. And when I say by myself, like on my own, I don't like to like bring others and cloud my judgment. But at the same time, the truth is, I do like to work with people. So what I'm saying is, I'm not excluding myself from that IML Forex lifestyle or anything. I'm not saying anything of that nature. But what I'm getting to the point is that I'm not working with them. So I'm not an inside trader. But what I am is I'm an outside student looking in. And I'm saying shout out to you guys because shout out to you guys because you guys have been, whether you know it or not, by the way, this is whether you know it or not, but you guys have been already involved. That was my computer, by the way. So Senator Lindsey Graham also introduced the Earn It Act that has provoked a great deal of concern regarding the future of end-to-end encryption, as well as legal immunities that have protected internet platforms in the past. Companies such as Amazon and Google have been able to flourish to the size they are today thanks to Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. It seems Senator Graham, by the way, guys, peep. Make sure you guys are peeping what the heck is going on with these big companies. Why the fact that the government is backing them and helping them? Why? Look at this. Analyze it from this standpoint. If somebody around you is, let's just take, for example, we always say like we have to protect certain people. I was watching T.I. podcast and he was saying, we have to protect Tyler Perry at all cost. And not that he was looking at it like this, but I'm going to analyze it from this standpoint. And I know I'm going to get some pushback, but you guys, I told you guys we're family. I'm okay with the pushback. I'm not going to say I don't care because I do care about you guys' opinion. I love hearing back from you guys. So I do care about you guys' opinion. But the truth is, I'm just going to say it. I'm a free thinker. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let nobody control how I think. But, the reason why people say we need to protect this person, yes, because this person has a lot of jewels. And yes, because this person has a lot of ideas. But also because this person has a lot of money. And when you protect that person, you protect your investment. Similar to the government, that protects their investments. Amazon and Google, juggernauts within the industry. Juggernauts. I mean, literally, they're killing it at every spectrum and level there is. Amazon still kicking butt. Google obviously is still kicking butt. And you must realize that they're protecting them. So I just wanted to state that I'm one of those thinkers that I'm like, hey, why in the world is the government even writing sections of bills to protect them. They're making a lot of money for the economy. Start making money for the economy and watch what happens. People start rocking with you too. By the way, I'm definitely gonna be on that same train and same wave. By the way, that makes the most sense to me. You know, start making people money, start helping people get money, and you get money. No brainer, right? I think so. It seems Senator Graham and others now believe that big tech has grown so big and influential, this immunity needs to be weakened for public policy concerns. However, for blockchain platforms and their nascent growth stages, eliminating this concept will prove a deterrent for the sector. I'm going to scroll down and read to you guys the U.S. Central Bank digital currency and digital dollar. Now, this is interesting. I want you guys to listen. Why nobody told me my hat was uneven, by the way? I know you guys were looking at it. My hat is uneven. Okay. I think we're good now. All right. So U.S. Central Bank digital currency and digital dollars. Finally, as new categories added with two bills that include a new term called the digital dollar, the tracking of central bank digital currency legislations have been developed. The first bill that was introduced was the Banking for All Act by Senator Sherrod Brown. And the latest bill concerning a digital currency was the Automatic Boost to Communities Act, introduced by Representatives Rashida Tlaib, I believe, and Representative Pramila Jayapal. Both bills, by the way, I'm really bad at names, guys. I'm sorry I butchered those names. If you know those people, or if you're those people listening, I am so sorry about butchering your name. Maybe once you do this, go to commentaryobservations@gmail.com and send me an email with the correct pronunciation of your name, and I will give you a call and we'll get that straightened out. Okay, maybe you even get online. So if you're listening, Rashida and Representative Rashida, let me give you your title: Representative Rashida and Representative Pramila. Commentary observations at gmail.com. Okay, let's get that clear. Okay, cool. Going back to it. Both bills focus on fast delivery of economic stimulus benefits of American in light of COVID-19. It is likely, COVID-19, that's interesting. We're going to hit that real quick. It is likely that more legislation on the topic of central bank digital currency will be a growing area as Congress look to address this subject. It is also fair to note that as cryptocurrency and blockchains continue to grow in prominence around the world, a similar volume of legislation for the subject matter can be expected in the 117th Congress as well. Guys, girls, men, fellas, dogs, my guys, well, if I rock with you, you know what I'm talking about. Invest in cryptocurrency is what I'm saying. Go do your research first. You don't want to be behind on this, guys. I'm telling you, you don't want to be behind on this. I'm talking to you. You don't want to be behind on this. You don't. And the reason why you don't want to be behind on this is because, quite frankly, they have their interesting ways of keeping this valuable information from us. And the truth is, if we allow them to keep this information, not this information, but these strategies and this cryptocurrency, we always fall behind. And we have the opportunity. To be ahead. We just everyone needs to educate ourselves, do the research, and then do it. Invest. It's okay to try to invest, because I'm going to give some strategies on even about going into cryptocurrency, because you might be saying, well, Josh, how do I get into it? You talking all this BS. You talking crazy to me. How do I get into cryptocurrency? I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you some steps before taking and going to cryptocurrency. And then in the description, I will also be providing URLs that could help you. So hopefully that's some some great way to help you. Okay. And then you can then visit commentaryobservations@gmail.com and tell me your Tell me your experience. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's working for you, what's not, and I'll tell you what's working for me and not. And then what we'll do is we'll create, some type of like book club type of thing where we'll start talking about it, become like old ladies, and yeah. So in cryptocurrency, when diving into cryptocurrency, I started doing some research on just the actual thing, like where to look, where websites to go, and then I ran across this video that gave a very concise breakdown. So I took out some notes, and I want to share with you guys some of those notes, some of those ideas that they had to help me with even before thinking about getting into cryptocurrency. So number one, when thinking about getting into cryptocurrency, you must understand that it's not backed and it's not insured. It's not protected. It's not protected. You're putting money. Here's the truth. You're taking money and you're taking it and you're investing it into a world, an internet world that doesn't have any secure power. Truly enough, it doesn't have any secure power. So you're going to have to be doing most of the checks and balances yourself. Now, when you're trading and all that other stuff, you can go like videos, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Google, you can go find a trader, a Forex trader, IML. They're all over the place, by the way. They're all over social media. I see them all the time. I follow at least 12 for sure, probably even more, but I follow 12. And those guys and girls are all over the place, and they can give you great work breakdowns. Hey, if you listen to this, just consider this promo, but scratch my back with a follow, scratch my back with a subscribe, a like, etc. You feel me? You know who I'm talking to. So, they're not protect. So you have to, you have to be thinking, okay, hey, going into this is not a system that's securely backed because it's quite frankly is new. But hey, Social Security was new. And now look at it, even though like 40 years later, it's like, it's not even an efficient system, but Social Security was new and everybody was raining on that program. Hey, let's go back to our quota today. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Social Security, SSI, that's a great example of that. So, by the way, if any of my followers, if anybody out there, if you work within cryptocurrency, or you understand cryptocurrency and you understand like how to ensure or build systems online to create a better backing system to protect people, hit me up. Since 2013, I've been thinking and trying to research ways on how in the world I can create an insurance company or some type of insurance provider for people that are not familiar with cryptocurrency. I always felt like it has to be a way that we can back this online money. So if you're there, you're looking at me or you listen to me, you're going, man, I really want to work with this guy. Go to commentaryobservations@gmail.com. Commentaryobservations@gmail.com. Okay, let's link up immediately. All right, the commentaryobservations@gmail.com, and let me know. All right, we're gonna figure this out. Going back to it. Number 2, never invest in more than you can afford to lose. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Never. So for example, like within this program, you got to understand it's similar to the stock market. It's similar to that. If you invest in bread, if you invest in money, you must understand that you can't be investing in all of your bread, all your money. You have to invest a portion that makes sense, because you don't want to lose everything. So figure how much you can invest and be comfortable with waiting, because this is a program that it pays off. Don't get me wrong, it pays off, but this is a program. This is like, it's like I don't know why I'm burping like this, but think about your insurance, or think about your 401k. Your 401k, you're not really thinking about your 401k right now. Like you're working, you're building on it. It's it's growing, but in the back of your head, in the forefront of your head, you're not thinking about it. Same thing here. You're trading or you're investing into cryptocurrency because you know that cryptocurrency is actually going to be a thing in the future. Like it's going to happen. You're just in the position where you don't know when it's going to happen. And that's okay. That's okay. That's good. That's completely fine. But you want to get into it now, okay? So yeah, figure out how much you can invest and be comfortable with that, with waiting. Pay attention to the URLs and secure when you're going to those online sites. So I know you're going to get on at Google, you're going to type in cryptocurrency, how to invest X, Y, and Z. And I know you're going to be all excited about it. I'm like, yeah, Josh podcast basically just inspired me. I'm so inspired and I'm ready to go. By the ways, right on. Ladies, this is for you. Fellas, that was for you, by the way. Just want to be that clear. Ladies, that's for you. Fellas. Now you gotta understand. You must understand that, like I said, cryptocurrency is one of those things that you invest, and you gotta understand it's a system that has not been perfected yet. Even though it's moving that way, it has not been perfected yet. But if you want to get into it, you gotta understand that you want to get into and pay attention to the secure sites. Those sites look like HTTPS, not HTTP. HTTPS in the URL, HTTPS. That's what's going on in the site. Okay, they use a system where it's called secure socket layers, SSL, and basically it protects your data and information. So when you're plugging in this data, when you're plugging in this information, it protects all of that. Versus these like HTTP, these bro, there are hackers out there, and quite frankly, they want your information. It's free money for them. All they have to do is type in a couple of things and run it, and they will scam your life away. Okay. So what you need to be doing, what you need to be thinking about is the URL you look at, it needs to be a HTTPS. Okay. They use a system, like I said, SSL, a service socket, a secure socket, layer, and that protects your data. Okay, and then from there you want to bookmark that site. That's literally, if you're on Google, if you're on any software, any website, just Google it, YouTube, how to do that. It's very, very simple. And bookmark the site. That's so you can go back to that site every single time. You never have to worry about tapping into some weird site that's out there that's not really good, right? So definitely bookmark the site. Okay. Now the next thing to do, and these are all things like prior to getting into the investment, this is looking at it, these are things you want to look at. I'm going to be providing a list that I found basically from a fellow YouTuber, and I'm going to be sharing that list of information and in reference to where to find that episode, because I don't want to take any credit for something that I didn't originally come up with, but this is something that I definitely want to share with you guys, and I feel like this is information that definitely could be passed on. So if you can pass it on. Hey, you don't have to give me credit, but if you do, you know what I'm saying, ladies, fellas, appreciate you. You feel me? If you do, you know what I'm saying, but you don't have to. But if you do, you know what I'm saying, you rock with me like that. Appreciate you. So more right before, the tooth right before investing into crypto for currency, you found your website. It's like, this is what I want to do. You found your password. You made all your passwords. You want to get a pen and notebook. And you're going to be like, Josh, what the heck are you talking about? You want to get a pen and notebook, right? And the reason why is because it's the safest way to secure and keep you safe, to keep your information safe. Okay. The reason why you got to think about it. And typically I like to do it. I have a notebook with information. And I had it backwards, but it's information and passwords and etc. And I keep this little handy dandy notebook. And then I like to have several more. I tell everybody should have a black notebook. Everybody should have a little black notebook. Keep your information. I'm going to try to get these things in more places because it doesn't follow my actual rules that I'm going to be talking about. But you understand what I mean. But you definitely want to have a notebook, at least 2 notebooks. And you want to store all your passwords and all your login credentials in those notebooks. And you never want to store the notebooks in the same place. Now, me, I have to learn from my own rules here and notes here. And I'm going to be putting one of them in a safe deposit box in a bank. I'm going to put one away, but I'm going to be cross-referenced. So I'm going to have both. I'm going to have the same information in them. And when I update one, I'm going to update the other. And the reason why is just in case there's a fire, a natural disaster, a tornado, your dog gets part of it. You have a natural flood in your house. Just some reason, water starts, it's just taking over, whatever, God forbid that, any of these natural disasters or anything strange happen to you, because, quite frankly, like I said, I love you guys. I don't want to see nothing happen to you guys. But just say something like that does happen, you're secured. And the thing about it is, I'll just put it in my phone. No, you're not. And this is the reason why you're not going to put it in your phone, because anything that is online connected to internet, especially when it comes down to cryptocurrency, and this conversation, it goes back to the number one point. Cryptocurrency is not it's not a bank. It's not backed by anything. You got to get to the point where you understand, this cell phone is not going to do anything. It's not going to really help you. You're going to be very vulnerable is what I'm getting at. So you don't want to have it on your cell phone. You don't want to have it in your Google Docs. None of your passwords there. You don't want to store it, because if anything happens, it's gone and somebody got your money. And quite frankly, we'll both cry, because I don't want to see you lose. You know what I'm saying? So definitely be thinking about that. Okay. So like I said, store all your passwords and logins and credentials in your notebooks. Have them in 2 separate places where they're not in the same place. Make sure that you are, keeping information the same. Okay. You are your own bank. Remember that you are your own bank. So basically everything that you store, you have to remember where to store it, how to store it, information needed. Okay. Be sure to store in different places. I mentioned that. Create a long and descriptive password. Something containing random numbers, letters, capitalizations, and special characters. This is huge because a lot of people like to do phrases, books they've read, movies they've seen, spelling forward, spelling backwards, the kid's name, the dog name, the brother name, the mama name. And quite frankly, hackers already know how to hack this stuff. You might think, well, why do they know how to hack this stuff? I'll tell you exactly why they know how to hack this stuff. It's because they have these descriptive encoding or decoding softwares. And in these softwares, you must understand they know how to run information or run passwords in there, and it basically decodes that information for them. And if you have literally if you use a password as The Incredibles, that makes so much sense, because it wasn't hard for that code or that software to decrypt. And am I using that right word? Decrypt? No. Encrypt? Whatever. I know I'm not using the right word. Comment what's the right word. I don't know what the right word. Comment what the right word is. This is gonna bother me. I might have to go Google real quick and search up what the right word is. No, you comment real quick what's the right word, because I got you. I got to keep going on. I've already been on this thing for 50 minutes or 48 minutes right now. So one thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you are using different characters. And most of my passwords, but my bad, guys, my bad. And most of my passwords, no matter what I'm doing, I typically go with a more diverse set of numbers and letters in anything. So this is around the board. If you're creating passwords for, Facebook, you're creating passwords for Instagram, or these different softwares that you're using or whatever. Even if it's like for a freaking Quiznos or a Chipotle app, make sure you're just get into the habit of using numbers and alphabets and they're random as heck, and then just write them down, like Quiznos AN72B398NYZX ? Just go crazy. All right, just go crazy. You can use that if you want. I don't remember it, so go crazy. Not just don't use that, because somebody can obviously play that back. But go crazy with that. Okay. Definitely go crazy with that. So create them long, create them descriptive. Last thing that I'm going to say before, getting off this thing, secure your computer with softwares, okay, that can scan and clean your computer before even doing it. Because the truth is, you want to already know, are there bugs, are there information, are there things on there already that literally can get you caught up, basically, and get your information leaked or get your information stolen. So if you already have these idiots on your, these viruses on your computer, and you haven't cleaned them up, it's a good possibility that even when you do it, you might run into, the problem of having your information taken. So what you want to do is you want to go and you want to create a, not create, but this will be in the link too. It's called, let me make sure I understand the name. It's called Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes for your computer. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna drop that in. Scan your computer with that. Hopefully it doesn't come up with anything. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta stop watching that stuff on your computer, dog. All right, that's not cool. Clear that up. Clean that stuff up. All right, that's not cool. All right, you gotta clean that stuff up so you're not having, idiots and people and bugs all on your computer. You want to clean, run the computer so you can go get this money. Okay, so clean it up, dog. That's all good. That was between you and I. We had to get that straight now. All right, that's between you and I. But clean that up, and then go crazy. Let's get this crypto. Let's get invested in crypto, because I guarantee you this is the way. I'm hearing a lot about it. Like I said, when I hear the big guys in the game push against it, and then I see them doing something else, like invest into it, I know for sure this is where to go. Okay, so guys, real quick before we get off this, I know we're 50 some minutes, and if you've been, by the way, if you've been listening to me for all 50 plus minutes, there's a special place in my black heart for you. Okay, there's a special place in my black hole heart for you. You've been listening for me for the last 50 minutes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be constantly dropping content like this to help you guys, help myself. Like I said, this is an internal conversation that I'm having with you. And what I'm doing is I'm basically having it and sharing the external. And I want you to go and comment. I want you to talk to me. I need to be talking with people. I am talking with people, by the way. So I had somebody reach out to me. They shared me with some amazing ideas. They shared with me their own prerogative. The last episode I dropped was about passion, and I had some people tell me about their passion. And I'm actually really excited to hear more from you guys. So go to commentaryobservation@gmail.com. Go there and let me know, man. Let me know what's on your mind. Let's talk. That's a secure line, by the way. It's a secure way for us to talk. Now, if you want to be public, go ahead and hit that comment. Go ahead, comment, down below. Let's keep it. Let's run it up. But guys, real quick, just want to let you guys know you've been tuning in to the greatest podcast, and I am your host, your boy Josh, and you've been tuning in to Just a Kid from Barry, Just a Kid from Gary. I'm out. Y'all be good.